Hi, welcome to Ed Foodie. My wife Catherine and I are going to do a review on a restaurant that we went to in Memphis, Tennessee a few weeks ago, a month ago. It's called the Chez Philippe. It's in the Peabody Hotel. It's a French restaurant. It does not serve any duck. And it's because it's in the Peabody Hotel. And if you're not familiar with the Peabody ducks in the Peabody Hotel, please visit our other YouTube channel, Have Fun, We'll Travel with Ed and Catherine. And there's a little blurb in there on Memphis about the Peabody ducks. I'm not going to tell you about it because it's the most crazy thing I've ever seen. And it's also one of my top 3 restaurants I've ever been to in my life. I don't know how to explain how great this place was. So obviously 5 stars for me. If there was 6, I'd give it 6. So we both agree on 5.
I give 5.
I hope you enjoy the photos of the hotel and the restaurant itself and the meal. If you ever go through Memphis, it's worth it to save some money on a few drinks out there on the main strip and go to this place at $85. It sounds expensive, but you get so much food, it's unbelievable. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to Ed Foodie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye. Chez Philippe is in the beautiful Peabody Hotel in downtown Memphis, close to Beale Street. Please see our other YouTube channel, Have Fun, We'll Travel with Ed and Catherine, for details on the Peabody ducks. The beautiful Chez Philippe restaurant is the only Forbes 4-star and AAA 4-diamond rated restaurant in the Mid-South. It's also listed as one of the top 100 most romantic restaurants in the United States by Open Table. You can see here the restaurant walls are adorned by many beautiful paintings of the original owner's family. It also has beautiful columns and long flowing curtains. We got the 4-course tasting menu, but it was actually more like an 8 or 9-course menu with a lot of little surprises in between the 4 main courses. We also got a little take-home box of some desserts, biscottis, to have for breakfast the next morning. Let's take a look at this amazing dinner we had. It was a 4-course menu, which ended up being more like an 8 or 9-course menu. You choose 4 courses, but they throw a lot of little surprises in between and a lot of food. So the first course, I had the coconut pumpkin bisque, and I've never had anything like this in my life. I raved and raved about the lobster cappuccino at the Artisans in Houston, and this is right up there with it. It's kind of interesting because you get a little bowl just of these 3 little things in the bottom of the bowl, and it's a curry oil, pumpkin seed, and an apple relish. And then the other waiter comes out, and that's another thing. Each of you have like 2 or 3 waiters coming up to you to serve you things. And then they pour the pumpkin bisque on top of that. And I mean, you can taste each one of those individual flavors. It's just unbelievable. And then you got the mushroom with porcini mousse and portobello confit and Italian truffle. So it was a whole bunch of different kind of mushrooms on there, and it looked very good as well. So from the seafood portion of the menu, you got the Chilean sea bass with saffron
Yeah, the sea
sauce.
bass is, I like sea bass.
And I got the crab cake with sweet potato, apple, and a blood orange sauce. All these crazy different flavors, and you can taste each individual one. I mean, I don't know how they do it. It's so good. So for the main course, I got the filet mignon with a fig reduction sauce. Again, it's, whoever thought of putting figs together with fillets, but it was very good. And you got the lamb rack with roasted quince and the cranberry demi-glace. And I think you love the lamb.
Yeah, I like lamb.
And then for dessert, I got the creme brulee. I'm a big creme brulee fan, but it had a rosemary almond something on it. And again, you think rosemary on a dessert, but everything was just fantastic. Then you got the souffle de jour, which I loved even better than the creme brulee. That was so rich and then some other little things we got in between the 4 courses. We got a beignet to start with. The bread wasn't just normal bread. It was some kind of a sweet, gooey bread. Then there was like a half a shell of an egg with some real rich things inside of it. You ate it right out of the eggshell. Then we got some candies for dessert on top of the regular dessert. Then they actually gave us a little box of like a biscotti to take home, and we ended up having that for breakfast the next morning. And then there was one other thing that really stood out. It was, and I don't know what the name of it was. It was like a little sweet kind of a dessert, a real rich and creamy thing, but it had a black pepper meringue and a mint leaf. And again, a black pepper in a meringue, you wouldn't think, but you could